Okay, we're back. So, this is what I'm going to do. As I said, I'm going to use some of this spiderweb tool and somehow kind of... If you guys hear some noise in the background, as I said, I have 2 young grandchildren and my husband and my daughter. And we all live in this somewhat of a ginormous house, but it's only a 1-level house. And we have very noisy grandkids. So bear with me if you hear some kids running around in the back and kind of being interrupted off and on. And I'm sorry that I have to keep shutting the camera off sometimes. Like I said before, my grandson likes to come in and see what I'm doing every 2 seconds that he can. So I'm thinking that I'm liking this. It is very sparkly and it's very nice. And as you can see, my cat is sitting in my lap. She's very, 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 very much loves me and doesn't know how to be without me, so she doesn't seem to like that I talk. She's always had an issue when I talk. She has to sit in my lap, and there's been times where she's almost attacked me. She loves me like crazy, and she's very protective of me, but she doesn't like when I talk. I think it's maybe the tone of my voice. If I raise my voice a little bit and talk a little louder, she doesn't seem to like that. She seems to like the quietness in the house, and it seems when the kids get rambunctious and start running around and stuff, she runs and hides. So she's only about 5-6 years old. She's actually a cat that was left out on the streets that I actually found. And she was just a little kitten. She was only about 6 weeks old when I found her. And it was actually another town that I lived in. See, Mama? Pretty Mama? My pretty Mama? My pretty Mama. Yeah, so she was about 6 weeks old when I found her. She was abandoned. I guess her mother either was tragically killed, or the Humane Society had come and taken the mother away or something. I don't know. I'm not too sure what happened there. But she was found in a field all by herself and was literally starving. She was down to pretty much nothing weight-wise when I found her. And just seeing her little face and meowing at me, I couldn't give her up. I couldn't just walk by and ignore her, and I couldn't even take her into the Humane Society. I fell in love with her immediately. And she's my baby. She's been with me for about 6 years now, so she's my baby. She's been through a lot with me. She's seen a lot of seizures and severe anxieties that I have in my life, as has my family. But she seems to always know when something's wrong with me. She seems to always come and comforts me. Sorry that was in the way, guys. She comes to comfort me. And it's just a look that she gives me. She seems to know when something's going to happen, and every time she's done that, something has happened. Or I've had an anxiety attack, or I have a seizure. But yeah, she's my baby. Yeah, so as you can see, she's drinking out of my glass right now. Mama, what are you doing? So as you can see, I always have to work around her. So this is why I don't do like tutorials and stuff, is because I have a very noisy home with my grandkids and my animals. I have 4 cats and a dog whom I kind of find a pain in the butt sometimes. He's a little weird. He's about 4 years old. And he actually used to be an all-star canine, I believe. He's just I can't remember what he's called. He's my husband's dog, so I don't know. I'm not very much of a dog person. I've always been a cat person. I love cats. But His name is Spencer, and you might hear him bark in the background once in a while. He only barks when he thinks somebody's outside. He's weird. He's very weird. It's funny to watch the cats and the dog running around and playing. They like chasing each other. And yes, they do. You all do, don't you? And I'm just trying to do a video here, and you make it really, really hard to do that. Right? You make it very hard. And then it doesn't have enough space up here as it is. Yes, I talk to my cat like a baby. So yeah, as I said, this is my first tutorial, so I'm just going to kind of see how it goes, and see how you guys like it and everything. As I said, I'm doing it for our group. On our group page, I have posted that a poll, as they call it, of some ideas that you guys may find interesting to do. It seems a lot of you are interested in doing junk journals. Now, I myself love doing junk journals. I have a number of them, and I can't seem to get rid of them. I've made probably over 25 in total in the last 8 months that I've started crafting, and I don't know. I think it's just because maybe people are not as interested in the way that I do things. I've been called very unique the way I do things. As I said, a lot of things that I use are a lot of recyclables. My husband's absolutely amazed at what I can do with junk, pretty much. I can take something that's so ugly and ripped and torn, and really you think you can do nothing with it, and then I can make it into a gorgeous book. I've sold a few of them, just personally, through some family members and friends, and they love them. But I have been wanting to start making more, and I've got gorgeous papers to do it with and everything, so I'm kind of just waiting to see what better things that I can come up with. I had also heard from somebody, I can't remember who it was, on YouTube somewhere a few months back, that you can go to a wallpaper store and you can get wallpaper samples. Now, you may be able to get the books for wallpaper samples, but as far as I know, here in Canada right now, you can't get the books. You pretty much have to rent them, but you have to bring them back. Now, the best way to go is, from what I've learned, is to go into the store, into the wallpaper store, wallpaper and paint, and I can't remember what it's called. I can't remember what the wallpaper store is called, but it's here. It's actually the only one left where I live that actually gives out wallpaper samples. They don't really do it anywhere else in Canada, as far as I know, from what I was told. But you can go in and ask for wallpaper samples. They'll give you about anywhere from, now the gentleman that gave it to me, the wallpaper samples, they were fairly big. I will show you another video of that. Like I said, as I go, I'll show you another video of that. But they were more than 20 inches. I think I got in total probably a foot or two, or I can't remember what they call it. A meter stick, almost a meter, as what they call it in yarn width, I believe, or a yard. Sorry, a yard. I can't remember. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'll get better as I go. Just bear with me. Okay, I'm going to put my cat down, so hang on here. She's kind of getting in the way. Okay. So, yeah, if you go into a wallpaper store, and hopefully you'll, somebody nice enough in the store will walk around the store with you and give you wallpaper samples. You don't have to pay anything for it. You just don't go in and say that you're going to do it for crafts. That's the only thing that I suggest, because they don't want to know that they're taking their time and those expensive pieces of wallpaper to, they don't want to know that you're using it for a craft. They want to know that you're using it to put it up on the wall somewhere in your home. I suggest that you don't do that.